Stop. Before you scroll, before you reach for the next distraction that will swallow another hour you'll never account for. Sit still and give me 60 honest seconds, because they may be the most honest seconds you've spent all year. 1 year ago, in the dark, where no one was watching, you made promises to yourself. You said this would be the year everything changed. You meant it. You felt the fire in your chest. So look around you now. Look at your days, your habits, your bank account, your body, the unfinished things gathering dust. Where is the man you swore you'd become? You did not lose that year to bad luck or to your enemies. You lost it to comfort, to hesitation, to that soft voice whispering, tomorrow. 500 years ago, Niccolò Machiavelli watched men rise and collapse, and nothing about your wasted year would surprise him. He'd look at your broken promises, your endless preparing that never becomes doing, and say the thing no friend will say to your face. You are not unlucky. You are unserious. But tonight is not about motivation. Motivation is a cheap drug. It spikes and vanishes by morning. Tonight is about understanding, because a motivated man needs to be pumped up daily like a leaking tire. But a man who understands never needs convincing again. He simply moves. The year behind you is gone. Mourn it, then let it go. The year ahead is still blank. The pen is still in your hand. Listen closely, because I am only going to say this once. Number 2, the comfortable lie. You were raised on a lie, that the world is fair, that good people win if they keep their heads down and wait their turn. It's a lovely story. It is also false. The world rewards the prepared, the decisive, the quietly dangerous. It hands prizes to the man who reaches out and takes them, and walks past the man waiting politely in line. You've watched lesser men pass you by and told yourself they got lucky. But the game was never rigged against you. It was being played by them, while you recited the rules on the sideline. Machiavelli studied the men who actually held power and noticed they were rarely the kindest or most deserving by gentle measure. They were the ones who refused to be ruled. Here is the first hard truth. Nobody is coming to save you. There is no mentor on a horse, no system built for your success, no lucky break with your name on it. That hope of rescue is not innocent. It is the leash you hold in your own hand. The moment you stop expecting fairness is the moment you become powerful, because you stop performing virtue for an audience that isn't watching and start asking the smarter question. Not, is this fair? But what is true and what works? The fair man complains about the storm. The powerful man builds a shelter and learns to read the sky. Drop the lie. Pick up the truth instead. Heavier, less comforting, but real, and it will actually carry you somewhere. Number 3, power is taken, never granted. No one in history has been handed real power by people hoping he'd rise above them. Power is taken, quietly, by men who stop asking for it. You've asked for approval by softening your opinions. You've asked for permission by waiting to be picked. Every time, you taught the world that your worth was theirs to grant or withhold. Machiavelli understood that the man who depends on others' goodwill has already lost, because goodwill is weather, warm until inconvenient, then gone without apology. So stop asking and start becoming. Become so capable that ignoring you becomes a cost others can't afford. Become so disciplined that no one can predict or manipulate you. Become so self-contained that other people's opinions stop being currency you spend your peace on. This is the shift almost no one makes. You stop auditioning for a life you should simply be living. You stop waiting at the door for someone with the keys, and instead learn to cut your own doors into walls everyone else accepted as solid. The world does not respect kindness that begs to be noticed. It respects strength that makes no demands because it has no need to. The man who needs nothing from you is the man you cannot control, and therefore the man you're forced to respect. Build that quiet, unshakable strength. Stop negotiating for scraps of permission, and watch how quickly the doors that stayed locked for years begin to open on their own. That is not luck. That is power, and it was always yours to take. Number 4, master the mask. Every man wears a mask. The self-aware man admits it and wears his deliberately. The naive man insists he wears none, and that belief is exactly why he's so easy to read and exploit. Your face is information, broadcast freely to everyone you meet. Your nervousness, your hunger, exactly which buttons to press to move you. Machiavelli understood the wise man never shows his hand, not because he is hollow, but because what he feels belongs to him. So learn the discipline of the still face. When you're angry, be calm. Let your work speak louder than any promise. When you do speak, let it land like a verdict. Final, deliberate, impossible to ignore. Silence is a test, and most men fail it instantly. Put 2 men in a quiet room, and the weaker one breaks first, rushing to fill the gap, revealing himself. Pass the test he fails. Hold the pause. Let him fill the dangerous space while you simply watch and learn. Information flows toward the one who stays silent. The loudest man in the room is rarely the most powerful. He's usually just the most frightened of being forgotten. Be the quiet one instead, and watch how much heavier your few words become. Number 6, cut the dead weight. Now look honestly at the people closest to you. Some are not neutral. Some are anchors dressed up as friends, pulling you under so slowly you've mistaken the drowning for normal life. You already know who they are. They're the ones who go quiet when you grow, who reach for a joke the moment you reach for a goal, who call your ambition getting ahead of yourself. Machiavelli was ruthless about this, and so must you be. The company you keep is strategy, not sentiment. Surround yourself with the weak and bitter, and you'll absorb their ceiling as your own without noticing. Cutting dead weight does not make you cruel. It makes you intentional. You are not obligated to drown so others feel less alone in the water. But cut it the way a powerful man does, not with explosions and burned bridges, but with quiet, deliberate distance. Spend a little less, reply a little slower. Let the connection cool to its natural temperature. And in the space you clear, build something better. Find the few who are climbing, the serious ones, and earn the right to stand beside them. The loyal weak man may love you sincerely, but love that holds you in place is still a chain, however soft the hands that fasten it. Choose your circle as if your future depends on it, because it does. Number 7, understand fear, including your own. Fear has been running your life from behind the curtain. Not dramatic fear, but the quiet kind. Of looking foolish, of rejection, of being judged by people whose lives you'd never actually trade for. That quiet fear made more of your decisions than your ambition ever has, dressed up as caution and practicality. Machiavelli asked, "Is it better to be loved or feared?" If you cannot be both, fear is safer, because love depends on others shifting goodwill, while fear depends on you. But before concerning yourself with being feared by others, you must conquer the fear inside you first. The man who has made peace with loss cannot be threatened. The man who no longer fears embarrassment cannot be controlled through shame. So stop running from fear and start studying it. When something frightens you, treat that feeling not as a stop sign, but as a compass, and walk toward it on purpose. Make the call while your voice shakes. Do the hard thing with trembling hands, because the trembling is the toll you pay to grow. A man ruled by fear is a puppet, and the strings are easy to find. But a man who has mastered his fear has cut down every string at once. There's nothing left to grab. Conquer the fear first. Then, nothing they have can reach you. Number 8. Become unpredictable. Become untouchable. You become untouchable not by hiding, but by becoming impossible to control. And you become impossible to control the moment you stop being predictable. People manage you through your patterns. They learn what flatters you, what rattles you, what bait you'll bite. Your habits are handles. Your reactions are levers. And right now, you hand them out freely. Machiavelli admired the leader who kept the world slightly off balance. Generous one moment, immovable the next. Never quite where rivals expected. This is not chaos or moodiness. It is control disguised as unpredictability, the deliberate refusal to be figured out. Become hard to flatter, hard to provoke. Let your kindness be a choice from strength, not a reflex they can trigger. Beneath it all, build self-sufficiency. Every form of power someone holds over you traces back to something you need from them. The less you need, the less power they hold. Build your skills until you don't need permission to earn. Build a life with so many roots that no one can pull you up by cutting just one. The untouchable man is not the one with no enemies. That man doesn't exist. He's the one his enemies cannot reach, because he has conquered his fears, refused predictable patterns, and made himself self-sufficient. Watch closely how the games people used to play with you quietly stop working. They move on to easier targets. Being left alone by the people who once tried to manage you is the beginning of real freedom. That is what untouchable feels like. Not loud, not dramatic, just quiet. Total immunity to the levers other men keep reaching for and finding gone. If this is the kind of truth you came here for, cold, sharpened, no illusions, then subscribe to Machiavellian Mind, because this is exactly what we sharpen here, one ruthless lesson at a time. Turn on notifications so the next one reaches you the moment it drops. The predictable man waits to be moved. The untouchable man is already gone.